Hi friends, in the last videos we covered very clearly what are various features of Python. Okay, Python is a dynamically typed, platform independent, portable, like multiple features we covered, sir. Sir, what is the next topic we have to discuss related to Python fundamentals? Okay, limitations of Python. Sir, what are various major limitations are there for the Python? Sir, I know Python is the king, Python is a hero, but there are some areas Python is not up to the mark. What are various such type of limitations are there? Okay, just observe that, sir. Do you know here we have ML is there. What is that ML? What is the ML, sir? Machine learning. Do you know machine learning? Yes, sir. These days trending word machine learning, right? To develop machine learning applications, sir, Python is the best choice. You know, right? Python itself is the best choice to develop machine learning applications. Then immediately we may ask, why, sir? Why? The reason is Python contain there are several libraries are available. By using those libraries, we can develop machine learning applications very easily, sir. Have you heard about NumPy? NumPy, just for mathematics support. Just for mathematics support. To add mathematics to the Python, NumPy module is there. Next, to import and read data set, we have Pandas is there. Okay, Pandas module is available. Next, to project this data in the form of graphs, charts, like Matplotlib. Matplotlib is there, sir. Okay, like sir, Python contain several libraries to build ML applications very easily. That's why Python is the best choice for machine learning applications. Okay, well, sir, you are talking about limitations. Why you are telling about this one? Within a minute you can get. Are you in the position to understand, right? So Python can be used to develop machine learning applications or not? To build machine learning models, Python is the best choice, right? Because Python having, sir, library support to build ML applications very easily, right? Okay, NumPy module, Pandas module, Matplotlib, next and after that sklearn, scikit-learn, like multiple modules are available, right? Okay, now the point is, sir, I want to develop mobile applications. Regarding I want to develop mobile application, Python is the worst choice. Remember this one, sir. Python is not suitable to develop mobile applications. Then immediately you must ask, why, sir? Why? The reason is Python not having library support to develop mobile applications as of now. Maybe in the future, maybe as of now, library support is not there. That's why if you want to develop mobile application, okay, Python is not at all suitable programming language. Remember this one, sir. Then immediately ask, sir, which programming language is the best choice to develop mobile applications? Android, iOS, Swift. Are you getting Android and iOS Swift are the kings in mobile application development. Sir, Java, C++, Python, these type of languages are not suitable to develop mobile applications. Clear, right? Okay, sir, because library support is not there. Now I hope you can understand, sir, why Python is the best choice for ML? Library support is there. Why Python is not a choice for mobile applications? Library support is not there. Similarly, I want to develop enterprise applications, right? Observe that. Enterprise. I want to develop end-to-end enterprise applications. Like, sir, can you please give an example for enterprise application? Banking application, telecom application, like there multiple services are required. Transaction management, messaging, like multiple services must be required. Such type of applications are called enterprise application. Best example, banking applications, banking applications. Next, telecom applications, banking applications. Next, telecom applications, like so to develop these end-to-end applications, enterprise application, Python is not the best choice. Simple reason, no that much library support, sir. Okay, sufficient library support is not available. Everything we have to do is kilometers code we have to write. That's why not at all suitable for enterprise applications of Python. Remember that. So if any person is asking what are various limitations where Python we can't use, one is mobile application area, second ones are enterprise application area. Can you please give an example for enterprise application, banking application, telecom application? Like it is going to expect huge number of services like transaction management, security, next messaging services, like multiple things are required. Here library support is not there. That's why Python is not the best choice, right? Next, one more important thing. Have you remembered Python is interpreted programming language? Somewhere we covered in the features, right? Python is interpreted programming language. The execution should be happen line by line. Sir, first line, and then second line, and then third line, and then fourth line, like line by line execution is going to be happen. That's why performance wise Python is not good because it is interpreted programming language. Usually interpreted programming languages performance wise not up to the mark. That's why so performance is low. Performance is low when compared with the other languages because of it's interpreted in nature. C++ and Python, C and C++ too good performance wise, but Python is not that much good. Remember that. Sir, next to improve performance, now the people added JIT compiler concept to the Python virtual machine. Okay, so JIT compiler concept to the Python virtual machine, instead of interpreting one by one, line by line every time, a group of lines will be interpreted only once, and every time that interpreted code it's going to use directly. Something like JIT compiler concept is there, which is the responsible to do that. So JIT compiler added to the Python virtual machine, that flavor is called PyPy. Okay, if you want performance, then obviously better to go for PyPy version, which is also known as Python for speed. Remember this one, Python for speed. This version is available, but still performance wise not up to the mark of this Python, right? So these are various important limitations are there for the Python. Can you please spell out, sir, what limitations are there? First limitation, for mobile applications Python is not suitable, not choice. Next, for enterprise applications like banking application, telecom application, end-to-end services are required. Python is not best choice because library support is not there. Next, Python is the interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming languages are lack of performance rate. That's why performance is low relatively. But to improve performance, JIT compiler concept came in the picture. JIT compiler concept with the Python, which is also known as PyPy, to improve performance, but still not up to the mark. Remember, these are various limitations related to our Python. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, up to this it is very clear about limitations of Python. Next, I have to discuss about flavors of Python. Flavors of Python, right? So do you know, in the last videos I covered, Python is freeware and open source. Somewhere we discussed freeware and open source. Freeware means we are not required to pay single paisa. It is provided by non-profitable organization, Python Software Foundation. Okay, something like trust they are providing. That's why we are not required to pay single paisa, right? Sir, what is the meaning of open source? Anyone, can you please tell what it means? Open source. Python is open source. What it means? The source code is open. Any person can access source code of the Python. Okay, assume that the standard Python may not fulfill my requirement, right? Assume I have some programming requirement is there. The standard Python may not provide much support for that. Okay, so what I have to do, I have access to source code. I want to do some modifications, some extra libraries I want to add under that customized Python version. Okay, so can fulfill my requirement, right? So if source code is open means any person can allow to access the source code. Based on our requirement we can modify. Are you getting right? So then the customized Python version is possible. Assume that, sir, I customized something, now I'm going to keep the name for this customized version is dpython or Durga Python. Are you getting? dpython or Durga Python. If you are performing modification, then you can keep your name XYZ Python like this, right? So for Python, multiple flavors are available. Remember that, sir. For Python, how many flavors are? Multiple flavors are available. Each flavor itself is a customized version of Python to fulfill a particular specific requirement. Are you getting? So same rule is applicable for Unix also. In the case of Unix, sir, Ubuntu is there, Linux is there, Red Hat Linux is there, multiple flavors of Unix is there. Same terminology for multiple flavors of Python is also possible because it's the open source. Okay, now what are various flavors of Python, sir? Sir, the first Python, the standard version of Python is CPython. Observe this, the standard version of Python is the CPython, which is provided by Python Software Foundation. Is the CPython. It is the standard version, best suitable to work with the C language applications. Best suitable to work with the C language applications, right? It is the standard flavor because Python came in which year? 1991. At that time, C language is the best more popular programming language. That's why to work with the C, which version of Python we are going to use? This is standard version CPython, right? Suppose I want to work with the Java language. A customized Python version must be required. That customized Python version is JPython or Jython. Are you getting? JPython or Jython. This is the customized version of Python to work with the Java applications, man. To work with the Java applications, this is the customized version of Python. Do you know this Jython code can run on Java virtual machine? Just like our PVM, for Java to execute Java code, some mission must be required. Java virtual machine can understand our Jython code. Remember this one, sir. Next, after that, okay, have you ever heard about IronPython? Have you heard about IronPython? Don't tell the Python which is developed by using iron. Okay, no. IronPython means a customized version of Python to work with the C#.NET applications, right? Remember this one, to work with Microsoft C#.NET applications. So customized version of Python is IronPython. Okay, like next, I hope you may aware RubyPython. Regarding what is this one, sir? RubyPython to work with the Ruby applications, right? Ruby platform, to work with the Ruby platform. So which version of Python came? RubyPython came in the picture. Okay, like similarly, have you heard about Anaconda Python? Anaconda Python, sir. Sir, most beautiful concept. If you want to work with data science, if you want to work with machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, like if you want to work with that area, compulsory we require to go for Anaconda Python. Because the reason is, this Python, sir, contain several inbuilt libraries which are suitable for data science applications, right? Sir, best example, pandas, numpys, matplotlib, sklearn, all these things, all these modules inbuilt available inside Anaconda Python. Not only these libraries, right, it is going to provide a special IDE, Spider IDE, next Jupyter notebooks, like it is a specialized Python platform, specialized Python version to to work with data science applications. If you want to handle large volumes of data, better to go for what? Anaconda Python. Remember this one, sir. To work with large volumes of data, large volume of data, tons of data I want to work, then obviously we require to go for what? Anaconda Python. Next, just now I explain one thing, sir. Here stackless, observe a bit very carefully, sir. Stackless, if you want to work with concurrent applications, concurrent execution, multi-threading, have you remembered, right? If you want to work concurrency, if you want to work to develop concurrent application, then obviously we should go for stackless. Okay, Python for concurrency, Python for concurrency, like this, right? Python for concurrency, like. Sir, next very important point, sir. Have you remembered PyPy? Somewhere just now I covered PyPy, Python for speed. PyPy, Python for speed, like this, right? Do you know internally, sir, Python virtual machine contain JIT compiler, just in-time compiler. Python virtual machine internally contain what? JIT compiler, just in-time compiler. Automatically performance by default is going to be improved, sir. Okay, please make sure these are various flavors of Python. There are multiple, sir. These are some important standard flavors. Okay, so why these many flavors are possible for the Python? Simple reason why these many flavors are possible for the Python, because Python is open source, sir. Because of these many flavors, based on your programming requirement, happily we can go for the corresponding customized version. Sir, I want to develop one Python application which is required to communicate with the Java applications, right? Then better to go for Jython version. Or again, better to go for Jython version, sir. Sir, I want to develop Python application where performance is the very important, sir. Better to go for PyPy. I want to develop machine learning models, ML engineer. I want to develop machine learning models, then better to go for what? Anaconda Python. Like based on your programming requirement, you can choose the corresponding flavor. So more easiness to the developers, more flexibility to the developers, right? Next, why these many flavors are possible? Because of only one reason, Python is open source. Based on our requirement, you can customize, you can create your own customized version of Python, which is nothing but flavor. Any doubt? Are you in the position to understand? So how many flavors are there? Multiple flavors are available. Sir, which flavor we are going to use in our training? Sir, usually we will go for C Python. Remember this one. Tomorrow, if I'm going to start machine learning, then obviously which flavor of Python I require to use, sir? Anaconda Python. Clear for all of you, right? But standard version C Python we are going to use in our Python classes, right? Clear?